What's going on there, everyone? Now, this lady, she just can't seem to get the point that she's not really wanted as a politician. And it goes a little further than that. It's actually scary what she thinks and how she's thinking. But let's get into the story. Stacy Abrams now open to be any candidate's VP pick after decrying Biden's offer as second place. Failed Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams revealed on Wednesday that she is now open to joining the top of the ticket with any of the Democratic presidential contenders, despite previously proclaiming that she doesn't run for second place. Why I say this is scary is because this woman is willing to put all of her morals, values, this, that, and the other aside for power. To be in a position of power, for she can be in authoritative positions. That's terrifying. That is terrifying to me. It just shows she doesn't care about things she actually says that she cares about. All she cares about is power over the people. That's frightening. I would be honored to be considered by any nominee, Abrams told the New York Times when asked about the potential of being selected as vice presidential candidate. Why would she be selected by anybody for a vice presidential candidate? She couldn't even win her gubernatorial. I mean, come on. Who are you? From everything that I've ever seen of you, you're just another race-baiting, unhinged, progressive leftist. We don't need anybody that is a progressive leftist to be president. You think things are divisive now? Let one of these people that just truly don't believe in the science of things or I mean, come on. Abrams, however, had notably rebuffed an offer from former Vice President Joe Biden after reports circulated in March that his top campaign advisors discussed selecting Abrams in an attempt to illustrate that Biden isn't just another old white guy. Well, he is. And he's very old, and his mind's going away. I think everyone can see that. Biden it was a bad look to prop him up. It was a bad look for the Democratic Party to prop him up. Especially because he's a known gaffe machine, and he never fails to give us those gaffes. Abrams has consistently maintained that she wants to advance her political career and mulled over a number of options, including a second Georgia gubernatorial run in 2022, as well as a Senate or presidential run in 2020. She sure does think of herself awful highly, don't you think? Abrams ruled out a Senate run in April and subsequently announced on Tuesday that she would be abstaining from kicking off her own presidential run in favor of focusing on her efforts on preventing voter suppression in the upcoming 2020 election. I can't wait for this. We know this election is just gonna be fraught with conspiracy, this, that, and the other. I'm sure the media is definitely gonna get in on it. It'll be quite interesting. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be a shit show, people. Accordingly, Abrams launched a new initiative called Fair Fight 2020. The organization is billed as a fighter for free, fair, and secure elections. Free, fair, and sure. Okay, that's generally what they're supposed to be all the time. Though its goal is also to elect Democratic lawmakers. Fair Fight 2020 will only be working with the Democratic state parties or local allies across the country, according to its website. Of course, that's fine. If we start early in, I guess, work together is what they wanted to say. It says worth together, but I think they meant work. We will ensure that every American voter's voice is heard and that the Democrats up and down the ballot will all win. The Fair Fight 2020 website reads. Well, up and down the ballot, that's just not going to happen. Look at your policies you're pushing forward. The few policies that we've heard of are pretty anti-American citizen policies. It's going to screw all of us. Our taxes are going to go sky high. The border will be open. Immigration will run just crazy. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. I like my America the way it is, for the most part. The initiative is seemingly an extension of Fair Fight Action, which was launched by Abrams after her loss to now Governor Brian Kemp, to pursue accountability in Georgia's elections and the integrity process of maintaining our voter rolls, according to a press release. Fair Fight Action sued the state of Georgia only 2 weeks after Abrams' failed gubernatorial bid, alleging widespread voter suppression. However, the lawsuit condemns legislation that Abrams herself helped pass while she was a member of the Georgia State Assembly. The lawsuit is still ongoing. Abrams and her campaign have been routinely accusing Kemp of racist voter suppression. Of course, because they're Democrats. So what are they going to refer to if they don't win? You're racist. Way to argue a point there. Racist voter suppression going back even prior to Election Day. Kemp handily won the statewide election by more than 50,000 votes, and there has been no evidence to corroborate the claims. Yet she still believes, her and a lot of her supporters still believe that she is actually the governor. I'm not making that up. That's true. They actually still believe she is the governor. These people are unhinged. My responsibility is to focus on the primary, and that means using the primary as an opportunity to build the apparatus to fight voter suppression, Abrams told the Times. Because in the end, no matter where I fit, you ain't fit in many places. Ooh, shouldn't have said that. That was rude. No matter which one of our nominees win, if we haven't fought this scourge, I love the way they call us conservatives and everything a scourge. We're deplorables. We are a scourge on the United States. I mean, come on. We're your fellow Americans. Tighten up. Stop belittling us so bad. We are half of the coin. Chill out. Chill out. If we haven't pushed back against Moscow Mitch, love it, and his determination to block any legislation that would cure our voting machines, then we are all in a world of trouble. I say go back to the paper ballots. They seem to work pretty darn fine. Ever since we have these electronic ballots, everyone wants to complain that they're being hacked, this, that, and the other. Go back to the paper ballots. If you can't read and write, sorry, you don't get to vote. You should at least be able to read and write to vote, I would think. But, yeah. So this lady is scary to me. I mean, I've listened to a lot of her public statements, and they're nonsensical. And she's very conspiracy driven. And she's an authoritarian. She's an identitarian authoritarian. She is a frightening person. I think that's why she lost probably in her own state, you know. People don't want that. People don't want to deal with someone who's going to sit there and be that decisive during an election process. I mean, come on, we're supposed to be, you know, politicians are supposed to be the voice of the people, not just your party. I get there's party lines that you're going to pull, but you're supposed to also be a voice for the people. She just wants to be a voice for herself, for she can be up on the main stage without doing anything for it. That's what I get from her. She doesn't actually have the will and the work ethic to make things happen in a good way. She wants to now piggyback off somebody. It's, you know, she's a hypocrite, as most leftists are. Because at first she was saying, oh, I won't be second place to anybody. Now she's willing to, because she's seeing her political career slip through her fingers. That's a good thing, in my opinion. People like her who are power hungry and will stop at almost nothing to try to get that power, those are dangerous people. We don't need that in our government. We have enough dangerous people in our government. But I'd love to hear your comments, and as always, like, share, and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side.